Hello, everyone. Welcome to MayFly Disc Golf made by amateurs for amateurs. I'm Andrew, here again with Randy May.
Hello, everybody.
So today we have a very special video for you. We are in Stroud, Oklahoma for the Dirty Birdie tournament.
Yeah, great tournament and great turnout. There was over 100 disc golfers out there. I want to give a shout out to Richard Thornton's little chili bash. He cooked us up some chili and some beans, and we had some Frito pies and for lunch. There's Richard waving, and it was a good time had by all. Had June Cuba out there. So our sponsor, Blue Point Disc, we want to thank Sarah and Sean. I saw Sean out at the tournament and talked to him for a little bit, and so this is where the local pros shop, so go there and get you a disc. We're featuring on this card Matt Bell, featuring Mr. Scott Adams and Mr. Chad Jackson.
And Chad, we've had the pleasure of getting to film before in the past, so looking forward to seeing him play again today. So we've got hole 5 here, starting off as a shotgun start. It's a par 4, it's 458 feet, and here's Matt first off the tee. You just have just this sort of slight, curve to the left, right, Randy? So
Yeah, it's a big hyzer. You want to go about, 300 or plus and kind of get a hyzer, and then you can kind of see the pin from there. There goes Chad. Just so that you know, Andrew, they played around on the new course there, the Nest in Stroud, right next to this one. And so this was round 2 to finish out the tournament on the Eagle Valley. Scott.
Scott with a beautiful throw here. Just a little, flipped up a little bit too flat for him. Didn't get quite over to that left-hand side, but he got bit off quite a bit of distance, so hopefully he's got a nice look at the basket. Matt's got a long approach here.
Yeah, he was a little out of place.
Yeah.
Pretty nice upshot.
Yeah. And to my surprise, I thought we would see Chad first before seeing Scott. So Chad must have gotten quite a bit of distance on his initial drive, a little bit more than I think we had anticipated.
Yeah, he did. That approach kind of skipped out. Here goes Chad.
Mm-hmm.
Chad's, he said just this year he's sponsored by Prodigy.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
It's a great company to be sponsored by, especially nowadays with Isaac and Ezra Robinson on the team.
Yeah.
And that's long look here at the birdie.
Oh.
And pretty much parked for the par.
Yeah, Matt had some great upshots and today. You'll be pretty impressed.
Oh, God.
Just a little high out of the hand. Kind of a difficult position. Awkward stance, so we'll see if he can recover from that.
Scott throwing 3.
Scott throwing 3.
I talked to Scott after this hole, and I was like, you really wanted that? And he's like, yeah. He just said, I just kind of muffed it.
Yeah.
But Scott was in Tulsa and moved down to Texas, so he drove up to come to this tournament.
Oh, that's great. Yeah. Well, initial tournament nerves. Ooh. Just
he's back exactly where he was before.
Oh, man. Just a rough start.
It was a rough start.
It's tough, initial nerves of, second round of a tournament, and then, you've got cameras on you. I can imagine that, there might be, a little bit of that nervous energy, just to kind of start off the round. But these guys are pros, so I expect that they'll be able to make a quick recovery from this.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So there's Matt in for par.
So the scores that you'll
Chad
see
in.
up are for this round and not for the tournament. Okay.
That is a good note. Thank you, Randy.
He wants flags on the basket.
Oh, yeah. That'd be
All right, hole 6, 321 feet, par 3. It's a big drop down to this little gully here. And when I've played this course, I've always throw a big hyzer over these trees and try to get to it. But all these guys threw forehands, and I guess that's the play if you have a good forehand, because they're parking it.
Well, and I wonder if also the wind was in favor of a forehand as well. What were the kind of wind conditions up here at the top of the hill?
It was kind of a little bit not too chilly, and probably about 8 to 10 mile an hour winds coming off their left to right.
Yeah.
Finger?
So I wonder if these guys,
Man,
just
that
kind
would
of
be pretty
feeling the
cool.
initial wind, even with that 8 to 10 mile an hour wind.
Yeah,
If,
they were just letting that wind just carry it on back to the basket.
Yeah. Leave it nice and wide, nose down to get your extra distance.
Get down. Spike. Yeah.
Great
Yeah,
shot
take
by
it.
Chad.
Yeah. Fantastic drives off the tee for all three of them. Here's our birdie look for Scott. Oh, just a bit short.
Yeah, just
On the
another one he
basket.
wish he had back. And Matt Bell shooting 2. I wish I could do an Ian Anderson voice and Gossage on 3. It was kind of nice too, Andrew, that there was just 3 people on the card.
Yeah.
It moved a lot quicker.
Yeah, new hole 10.
All right. Hole 7, par 4, 475 feet.
Yeah, I've been doing Rogue this winter.
Now, this is
And then Matt and Gary, who ran it, they did the tee pads on it.
We were backed up here
somewhat
a little
wider
bit, so we were
fairway.
hanging out.
That's cool.
Oh, that's good enough. So we've got a narrow fairway. Basket is down probably about 370 to a dog leg, and then
To the right.
the rest of that distance off to the right. So you'll see most of these guys probably throwing a big turnover shot to bite that extra distance and keep it nice and fair, nice and in the fairway.
That fairway is probably about 60 feet wide, maybe
Oh, same thing.
ish, and
That's fine. Forehand up.
it's a tough hit.
Yeah. Yeah, Chad turned his disc over just a little too much. Let's see if Scott can make that correction.
He did. It's
I
great.
think he does. What a beautiful shot.
Throwing the disc well.
Yeah,
Just got to put it in the
Scott was pretty
pass.
impressive out there today.
Yeah. That drive got just the perfect amount of stand up to just kind of keep drifting straight. So here's Matt's approach.
Matt's approaches are amazing
Yeah.
all day.
Yeah, you're good there.
So this weekend in the tournament, I heard people talking. So I learned some new lingo. So they don't say up to and down to or something on their score. It's too big, too small. So
Too big and too small.
for 2 over and 2 under, yeah.
All right.
People are like, what did you shoot? Oh, I shot too big.
Get up there.
You got that?
Yeah, I just short armed it.
The course on this day was just beautiful and perfect and clean, and I mean, Stroud knows how to put on a tournament and build just nice courses. And of course, as we all know, this is a Matt Bell design course.
Yeah. And a very well designed course, very well manicured.
Yeah, Matt kind of hyzered out on that putt.
Yeah, I got just a bit chain left. Now I have to imagine that with the way that Scott approached,
You went in the basket.
yeah,
I made a
He
finally
was
got
like,
that
after
birdie,
2
he was
misses,
winning.
I finally got one.
And I would imagine, I mean, Scott, the way that he approached, you know, the way that he sent his approach into, you know, into circle one, I would imagine he was trying to, you know, maybe run an eagle putt and see if he could hit it.
Okay, hole 8, 900 feet, par 5. This is a long, long hole. And it's interesting to see how these guys played this hole. I play this from the short tee. I don't ever play it from this one because, I don't know, it'd take me like 20 shots to get there.
And Randy, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe the basket is just straight ahead of where the tee pad is. So
It's kind of up on that hill, kind of by the road. You can see where that little mound
that's
is.
fine.
It's sitting right up on that.
You can tell these guys are throwing sort of a forced Anheuser shot just to avoid the trees directly in front of them.
Oh,
Yeah, Chad got on that over a little too much.
Wow.
He just got like, wow.
The disc is usually really stable.
Kind of anteed out on him.
no, I'm going to take a weekend off.
Well, for
Thank you.
That
there
disc
it
hung in
looked
there.
like, yeah, hung in there. He'll be on the right side of the fairway. Probably call for another Anheuser, even potentially a forehand. That's got a really awkward lie here. Sort of a low ceiling with the tree, but here's the shot to get up back onto the hill.
Yeah, I think he.
Oh, yeah.
I was amazed that he shot it up there, but kind of thinking about getting up on that hill, being more level with the basket and for your third shot. So I think it was some strategy on his part.
Yeah. And well executed at that.
Scott's second throw.
Out of it.
Throwing a big bomb.
Over it. Go.
Trying to bite off that distance.
Oh yeah. All right.
Here's Chad with the forehand.
Come on.
Nice forehand. Looks like he's going to be a little short.
Mhm. Nice bit of flip up as well. You got to wonder if, you know, because of the positioning, if the wind, if these guys maybe weren't anticipating the wind.
Oh, did you see that big
Wow.
spike hyzer that Matt just did? That was a great
What a
shot.
great, yeah, what a great approach.
Yes, sir.
And another little chip forehand for Scott.
Oh,
He ran it.
Had the right line. I think maybe just a little too high, or maybe faded out a little quicker than what he anticipated, but still a great bid. A very, very nice par for Matt. Just what a fantastic approach.
There's a birdie.
Scott with just a fantastic birdie on a 900-foot hole. Incredible.
Like I said, 25 feet. Yeah. And then like
So on to hole nine,
like
it's a par three, 365 feet. The basket is tucked into the trees just up ahead. Most of these guys are going to probably go for sort of a big hyzer shot. Anticipate maybe a little skip into the trees to have a look at the basket.
Absolutely. So those are the new tee pad signs that they put on this course that were different from before, and they match the ones over on the nest that they just put in on the new course. And
That's great.
yeah, they're sponsored by TSAT and one other person will need to look, but really like the signs.
nope.
Yeah.
Filter.
Now Chad leaves that a little bit
I'm looking straight
too
at it.
inside, gets caught up in those kind of.
He's got a lane.
He's got a lane, which is a real surprise. Looks like he might give this a nice little floaty bid.
Favorable tree
Great
kick.
kick.
Mhm.
Yeah. Great little kick. That was definitely fading off to the left side, so Matt's got a tough look at the basket here as well.
This is the difference between an amateur and a pro right here. Watch this. Oh, so good. That was such a tight gap, man.
Tight line, perfectly executed. Obviously, not quite canning the par, or the birdie, but what a fantastic bid.
Yeah, it's great. Now we're just going to get some cleanup from the boys. So Matt putts with that Penrose, and I got you and Taylor and I one, and I got me the soft one. There's your scores through 5. They feel really nice.
Yeah. EV7 makes fantastic putters.
Okay, hole 10, par 4, 435 feet. This hole got changed from the tournament. It's not the original. So originally there would have been a fairway the other way coming straight towards the basket, but now you've got this dog leg, and I thought they were going to like throw towards me. They're throwing over this whole thing. Watch where Scott's disc lands. Crazy shot.
Oh my god. I think it was.
So Matt, he's going over too. And I think what he did is he built the tee pad based on where he could throw this huge shot and get to the pin. I mean, look at this shot. Crazy.
Wow. Just fantastic.
So Chad's going to follow their line. But he hit some tree.
Gets caught up in
Yeah, and I
the
asked,
thick of it there.
yeah, and I asked Chad later in a hole that he was playing.
Careful, he might be coming.
I'm like, are you following these guys' lines or Matt's lines? Or are you sticking with your game plan? He's like, I stick with my game plan. I said, well, that's probably what you should do.
Yeah. Stick with what you know. Stick with what you're comfortable with. I mean, otherwise, you might put yourself in a position where, you can't, scramble from just because you're unfamiliar with the territory.
Well, this hole was put in and changed just before this tournament, so I don't think very many people have played it.
Mm-hmm. So Matt just a bit high off the top of the basket. Here's Scott for his birdie.
It's cool with you guys.
I had told Scott it
Ladies.
landed close to the basket. I thought it did, but I think it went a little deep. Sorry about
Yeah.
that, Scotty.
Definitely deep. Kind of difficult position too, just kind of stuck behind the tree, but
Yeah, some of
opting
these
to
things, y'all don't know how
lay
much
up.
video I cut out while they're trying to figure out how to get a lie in the trees and how they're going to get their footing to make a shot. Nice birdie.
Yeah.
So Matt and Scott are tied up right now.
All right, the stress is over.
2 3.
All right, hole 11. It's par 3, 269 feet. See, most of these guys are just going to throw kind of a nice little forehand. Backhand is also a feasible shot on this. Pretty straightforward, just kind of a straight shot.
It's kind of a
One
must
difficult thing
get.
is just, yeah, very much a must get. Well, this is one of the shortest holes on the course, if not the shortest. I like the forehand play on this because I feel like if you have the power, getting over these, big trees and everything, I think you have get a nice little spiking hyzer into the ground to avoid any sort of skip.
Mm-hmm.
Makes a lot of sense.
You passed it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is.
Matt for
Matt's got a
birdie.
long here, yeah.
Yeah.
Long look here.
What?
Cans it for the bird.
Probably you, Chad.
What a fantastic putt from Matt.
We're going to have a slow fly here from MayFly. That was great.
Chad for his birdie.
Oh no.
Oh, just over the top.
Yeah.
Perfectly in line with the basket, but
Perfect, but he's just
barely over
putting
the
a
top.
little high today. Save par.
Very nice save.
Yeah. I think
Just
I
taking
put
one
that
look here.
I put that in there 2 times, so sorry about that. Because I was using this shot for the beginning of the video, and I must have added an extra one in. But hey, we get to see him make it twice.
Feel good? Yeah.
All right.
Scott for
We've
bird.
got a awkward lie for Scott. Definitely closest to the pin, though.
Nice.
Cans it as well.
Help from the knee, apparently.
I like to think about
Matt and Scott, man, they're fighting it out.
No, I
stupid.
Hole 12, par 4, 530 feet. There is a telephone pole way down there, and the basket is beyond the telephone pole and to the left into the trees, and that was a pretty good shot.
yeah, I mean,
This is one of those, do you just try to decide if you're going to go a big hyzer or if you're going to try to throw straight and let it get a late fade?
Yeah. Yeah, with it being such a narrow fairway, you'd have to really finesse something, down,
Oh, yeah,
just pure down the fairway. But, the advantage of that would be, less wind factor.
I've been back.
But I anticipate these guys have got enough power behind their drives that they're going to chew off quite a bit of distance.
Yeah, Scott's staying in the fairway all the way down.
Get through.
Really, just a fantastic, hyzer flip shot. He's got a real knack for that hyzer flip.
So Matt, I don't know if you can see him in there. He kind of got caught up in the trees. Made a scramble shot, didn't get out, but got up closer to the basket. The thing about this course, Andrew, because I've played it several times, is if you get off the fairway, you're just scramble city.
Yeah.
Great shot from Scott there. He opened and see the basket.
Just a bit short, but very easy little birdie tap in.
So Matt is on his third throw coming out of the, scrambling out of the woods here. And he hits the basket.
Ooh,
That's crazy.
so close.
He said he had a line in there that he could kind of see the basket.
That's all right.
I think Chad was just kind of saving par.
Yeah, I think he had
Birdie
a
for Scott.
just really difficult line there, and so I think he made the right choice.
Yeah, there's
Now
your
just a little
scores.
change of the guards. Scott one up from Matt.
Fun holes.
So we've got hole 13. It's a par 4 as well, 449 feet. You'll see most of these guys throw, kind of a straight shot until they get into the open of the fairway. From there, you'll have a look at the basket.
Well, it's a dog
Scott?
leg right, and then it goes back left.
Yeah.
When I play this hole, I play it straight, and I've never seen this line. These guys are throwing over all of this to hit that fairway back there where it dog legs. Crazy.
Yeah. Well, when you've got the power, right?
Yeah.
Not gonna hear anything.
And, they have no idea where their discs are once they, get off the tee. But, now Chad's going to try the same line here. And,
No.
hit the tree.
That's so lucky.
Just a bit lower than the rest of the card.
He throws a
But
really nice around the skip shot, to get around that corner.
Nice.
You see, once you're around that corner, then you kind of go down that little hill there, and the basket's right down there.
Yeah, just a little off to the left.
Go in. Hit some back.
A little long, but not bad.
That's fine.
Scott opting for the jump putt here.
So I ran down this hill to catch Matt throwing his shot to the pin, and I don't know, I hit the camera, did something, but he was like 140 feet up that hill, and he hit the basket and almost went in. It was a crazy shot, and Matt, I'm sorry I missed that, but it was crazy.
What a
Nice shot.
Nice putt there. Nice birdie.
And cleaning up. Nice
For
bird.
Matt to tap in
Okay,
his
hole
birdie.
14, par 3, 252 feet. This is just kind of a little shorty hole that you just kind of got to throw up over the trees and try to get into close to the basket.
I think that's fine.
yeah.
I think Matt's going with another forehand here.
Go in. Why not?
Hit it.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Chad with a forehand.
Oh.
The forehand's an interesting play. I mean, yes, the basket is kind of tucked over there off to the right, but they're having to put a lot of hyzer and a lot of power in there.
Nice birdie from
Great
Chad.
birdie.
Yeah. We've got Scott kind of hidden in the trees here. It's kind of a risk reward play to throw that big hyzery backhand.
Yeah.
Great putt there for Matt as well,
Start frame.
Got us
giving
a
us a
dirty birdie star frame.
Yeah, the rough is clean right
the
now.
dirty birdie
it's winter
special
time.
is what we're calling it
Yeah.
for this tournament. All right, so hole 15. This is a par 4. It's 401 feet. You'll see that these guys are going to start off with a nice forehand just to get around the corner. Dog legs off to the right.
Yeah, I thought this would be a better place to film from, and I was wrong. I losing the disc. But sometimes on this course, they're not throwing the lines that I think they would be throwing. So I'm expecting one thing, and then the disc is going totally somewhere different. And so it was tough to film, kind of not knowing the lines that they're going to throw. Every now and then, like Scott would go, hey, I'm going to throw a big, forehand here. You might want to be on this side. And it's like, okay, thanks.
Yeah, it's interesting seeing, kind of what these professional or just tournament players, what their plays are versus what, you kind of see on the signage or what, just, what a non-tournament, just non-professional, just see how different they kind of play a hole.
Those are some nasty, sticky, thorn, bushy things right there. Nice approach.
Very nice approach. Short bid for the birdie. I think Matt's licking his chops, looking for an eagle here.
Yeah. So close.
Oh, so close. Giving it a really nice bid.
And a shout out to these guys. They were very nice to myself, and Tracy was with me. And, they were a good card. They talked a lot to each other and joked around. And they were having a good time while they were out there. And it was a lot of fun to film them.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like a good group. They seem very professional, and they're playing some really, really nice disc golf, which I always appreciated.
At this point in the tournament, too, besides Scott, there was an Isaiah, his name starts with an M, Morea something, was kind of chasing him down. So, hole 16, par 3, 326 feet. This is just kind of an up the hill shot.
Yeah, really interesting fairway here because you've got the telephone pole just kind of dead center.
Yeah, and Matt hit that telephone pole. I did miss Scott's throw off the tee on this for some reason. I'm no Jomez, but sorry about that, Scotty. So
So
Matt's
Matt's
got
got
to
a
make
really
a good recovery shot here to save par.
that was actually a very nice approach. I mean, just from the position alone, uh, I commend Matt on such a solid approach, getting that disc on the right amount of angle and letting it fade back enough to get himself into good par contention.
Yeah, and you say that, but at the same time, this guy's on the pro tour, man. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
Boom. There it is.
What a fantastic par
Well
save.
done, Matt.
Another slow fly here. Nice.
You can see he's so well dialed with that putt and just the form of that. Just knowing exactly when that disc is going to drop and keeping it flat the whole way.
Mm-hmm.
There.
Yeah, he putts with that soft Penrose.
Great, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
Scores through 12.
All right, on to hole 17, par 5, 1270, 1,270 feet. Massive hole here. You'll see that everyone sort of starts off on the top of the shelf, but the hole itself is played in a couple of different ways. You'll see Chad and Matt kind of take the same route.
Big rollers. I would have never thought
rollers.
about rollers. But
And Scott's going for the kind of more traditional play.
and he's really trusting his disc to come back over that lake.
Yeah. It looks a bit short and kind of wonder where he's ending up. The roller is such a good play here because you can bite off so much distance just letting that disc roll down that hill, but you've got to get it on the right amount of angle and make sure that that disc flips up properly.
Yeah, I would have never thought about a roller. Next time I play this hole, I'm going to try that, though. Get me something flippy.
So
And look
Scott,
at that, out over the lake.
You know, this is such a smart play, though. Play into the hillside. You know, if you trust your disc enough, if you know it's going to fade into the hillside, I mean, you can guarantee yourself just riding that hill all the way up till you get within, circle 2 or circle 3 after, 3 or 4 throws.
Come back.
That'll do, Chad. Well done.
I think I like Scott's play here over Matt and Chad's because, despite biting off maybe a little extra distance, now they're having to, drive and approach up the hill to the basket from this position.
Right. And it probably depends on the wind. I don't know if you watch this disc carefully, but it ends up crossing over the road and going OB.
No.
For Matt.
Yeah, I saw that it didn't. If he was going for a roller, it didn't quite get the angle I think he was wanting.
Oh, no.
Scott, again, just trusting that disc, making sure that it's going to hit that hillside. And
yeah, there was a fisherman
himself
out
in
there on a
position.
boat, and he kind of like, oh, your disc went right over there. Kind of helped us out.
Very nice.
Yeah, Chad's working his way back up the hill.
And this is where it becomes very difficult for players, is working your way, throwing that big distance up the hill. Matt, no problem getting that distance. Just what a fantastic throw. Oh my gosh.
This is the longest hole in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
I would imagine a 1,200-foot hole would be. I'm just glad it's a par 5.
Well, the Scott and Chad were kind of saying on the way up to Matt, This is really a par 6.
Yeah.
Oh.
And
I
Matt's
mean, the
like,
amount of
if I didn't go
difficulty.
OB, I would have parred it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I mean, I would agree. I mean, the level of difficulty here, trying to keep if you're trying to keep the disc on the shelf rather than playing to either hillside, I mean, yeah, this is a really, really difficult hole. Um, a great bit there from Matt for
Yeah.
to save that par.
Yeah, we'll find it. Go get your car.
But yeah, this is a difficult hole. I would
Probably
argue
just
I
saving
don't
for
think
the
it's
pool.
quite a
Because it's
par
about to be
six. I
done.
feel like that's being a little generous with the par on a hole this size and with, you know, at the professional level,
At
these
the
guys have done
professional level, exactly.
yes. These guys are playing the hole really well.
Do it.
Chad
Oh,
went for a little
it's
spike
out.
hyzer in the basket and got pretty close.
That would have been
Yeah.
nasty. Sit.
Yeah, you're good.
Please tell me that disc sat. Oh, thank
Yes.
goodness. That was looking very bad there for Scott, but thank goodness.
That's a nice hard in the basket.
All right. Your scores so far through 13 after the biggest hole on the course.
All right, hole 18, par 3, 435 feet. This is just a wide open throw big.
Yeah, definitely one of the easier holes on the course.
If you have the
Oh,
arm.
if you have the arm, if you've got the distance, I mean, this just requires a nice big, hyzer. You get it within 30 feet of the basket. And Chad executes his throw pretty well here. I think he leaves that quite a bit short, but we'll see where he lands.
Down.
Scott's kind of hyzered out. He was like, get down, get down.
Yeah. Got it a little too flat, maybe a bit of an early release.
Oh yeah, that's the one.
Look at this shot.
Extremely well executed. He'll still have a little bit of distance for the putt, but man, what a shot in line with the basket.
Yeah, Matt said when he got up to his putt, he's like, I haven't got this close to this hole in 4 years.
He's feeling the adrenaline rush of the tournament.
What a great bid in Chad,
What a
man. Just a little left on the chains. Let's see if Mac can birdie this. No problem.
cans it for the bird.
Closest I've been to this hole in years.
Scott's just got a short little downhill putt here.
Mm.
Oh no.
He was
That's
like,
rough.
how did that not go in?
That's so rough. Hand on the hip. I would be doing the same
Yeah,
thing that
checking
Scott's
chains.
doing now. Oh man. Well, we're back to hole one, the start of this course. Hole one is a par four, 635 feet. You'll see these guys throw sort of a big turnover shot to have a look up at the basket.
I could not keep up with that shot there, and I finally was like, oh, there it is. So I get a little bit better filming with each one of these shots, kind of knowing what they're doing. Okay, Scott on this throw here is a crush. A crush. I didn't realize he had that much of an arm until this. That flexed.
What a perfectly executed shot. Man, oh
Yeah,
man.
beautiful. Shot of the day
Yeah,
right there.
Yeah. So basket is just at the top of this hill. You can see the staircase kind of leading up to that top shelf.
And it's not an easy get.
No,
That throws a little Anheuser and just lays it right up on there.
that's such a great shot and just so well executed.
Go in. Why not?
Very nice.
Oh, gosh. Good line.
And just
Yeah.
a jump putt here for
Yeah.
Scott. Giving it a bid too, maybe.
Dude, that was that was full power.
Oh, very nice.
I was filming this from over on those stairs, and I don't know why I just didn't get on up there, but it is a steep climb up that hill.
Yeah.
So this kind of gives you a really good look at kind of what you're seeing from down below.
Yeah, and this hillside is no joke. I mean, this is pretty steep. So for these guys to kind of throw an approach from where they were at up to the top here, I mean, is quite a feat.
Birdie.
Birdie for Chad and Scott to clean up his birdie. Very nice. Another dirty birdie special here.
Hole 2, par 3, 322 feet. You're kind of up on a hill on this shot, and you just want to lay it out there and see if you can kind of get it up under that tree and hopefully get close enough to get you a birdie.
And you folks at home will see something really interesting. So, despite the elevation here, most of these guys throw,
Oh, you got that.
That worked.
just slightly nose down. With the amount of elevation between, tee to basket, I thought these guys would be throwing a little bit lower,
Skip in, why not?
maybe getting a little,
Oh, that's okay. Got to put.
just a straighter shot, but
ESPN top
it's interesting seeing these guys.
This is one winner. Scott said, hey, I'm going to throw a forehand here. Get on this side to film it.
Thank you, Scott.
Yeah, thank you, Scott.
Oh, hit it. Hit the tree. Hit it.
Boom. Look at
Over
that.
flag.
Tree crash right
yes.
in the basket.
Yes, just how I drew it up.
Did he say he was anticipating the tree crash with that forehand?
No, he didn't, but he was happy that it happened.
Yeah.
Chad for birdie. Probably about 40 out.
Hands it
Nice.
for the bird.
Heck yeah, Chad.
Nice. The card was clapping on that one. So Bell for birdie. At this point, because Matt's watching the scores, he knows he's got to just start birdieing out on this course until to win this tournament.
Yeah. Well, he knows the course. He knows kind of what to expect with the coming holes. So
Another dirty birdie special.
dirty birdie special. Moving into hole 3, par 3. It's 412 feet. You'll see these guys throw another kind of big forced Anheuser. And you'll see most of them actually throwing over the tree line.
And I was not
Just right
prepared
of
for
the
that.
opening.
when I was filming. I had no idea it was capable. I thought they were going to throw some Anheuser over to the front of this, throw up, and get in.
Yeah.
So I lost that shot. I had no idea where they were going.
Yeah, I was like, I think you got up on
Yeah.
the. I got pinned high. Yeah.
Extremely just well executed. And I think, if you don't have the, 400, throw up in the air, Anheuser amount of power, the best play is to play to that opening there and then just
Right.
chip a forehand,
Maybe like a.
into
I mean, it is a
circle
left
one.
right tail, isn't it?
But I think for these guys, the level of the skill level that they're playing at and the amount of power that they have, it's no surprise that they're throwing these big drives to get within birdie range.
Yeah, so I was afraid to try to, focus in on those shots because I didn't know where they were going to go. So I just kind of left the camera sitting, and you kind of lose them. But
Watch me not have a putt. Around it.
Watch me.
so Matt ended up kind of over in the trees. Spent quite a bit of a time trying to figure out how he was going to lay down and army style crawl in there to get that shot.
Yeah.
So here's Chad for birdie.
Laying out that Anheuser putt.
Nope.
Ooh, just past basket. And here's Matt for his par.
You think he's wanting this one?
Well, he knows he's got to keep birdieing, in order to really be in a top spot for this.
Yeah.
Just
He knew he had to make that to stay in contention.
such a fantastic putter. I mean, just so accurate and just technically so good with his putt.
Nice birdie from Scott, man. Just
Yeah.
what a
Scott's putting
shot.
on a fantastic show today.
It's
9
tied up.
down, tied up. Yeah.
So here we are, par 4, hole 4. I didn't see the feet. What is the-
587 feet.
And they're shooting down between those trees towards me because this thing at about 320 feet or more, and then it starts doglegging to the right, which is to the left of the screen. And so you'll see, I mean, what a perfect shot into the fairway.
So well executed. This is a really tricky tee shot because you do have a mandatory tree.
That's not mandatory. That's just a sign that says tee this way.
Oh, great. Okay.
That's where I shoot for, is that tree. So that when I throw straight out, hopefully I get kind of towards that tree and then I have a straight shot up the fairway to the basket. But these guys have the power to throw a big Anheuser late Annie and just, I mean, look at that.
Yeah.
So you're seeing it's about 200 to the basket from there.
Yeah.
Just from this position.
A little less for Scott probably right there.
Mm-hmm. Well, Scott's ranging it too. So he's looking to either put this in circle one.
Yeah, he has to keep up with Matt's pace on this. He's got to birdie this.
No.
Oh no.
Yeah, he was not
Fading off
happy with
that
that
left
shot.
side.
So Matt needs a park job here to win the tournament. Or it'll go into a playoff.
There it is.
Yeah,
Good job.
that was the
Parked for the birdie.
yeah, that was winning the tournament right there. Unless Scott can hit this.
Oh, so
close.
close.
That's it.
You know, despite, parring on the last hole of the tournament, I mean, Scott put on such a fantastic showing for this
Yeah, he
tournament.
did.
Oh,
Chad's
just off top of the basket.
yeah, he's just
Yeah,
had
you
some
get
putting
last.
woes, today, and
Well, that's okay. I mean,
You want it on
even
your phone or
despite some of
anything?
these putting woes and stuff, still put on a really
He's got it.
fantastic
Yeah.
tournament. Just a fantastic round.
yeah, and he's a nice guy.
Yeah,
All right, for the
always a
win, Matt
pleasure.
Bell.
We'll see if there's a playoff.
They were like,
I hope.
you want us to film this, Matt? And he's like, no, my guy's got it.
So yeah, I mean, that's
All
So,
right.
There's the EV7 putters that they were giving away at the tournament, and for the people who played. And there we are, Dirty Bird Classic. What did you think about the tournament, Andrew?
I thought it was fantastic. This lead card put on a really great showing. Just some fantastic putts, fantastic throws. Really showed the beauty of this course, and just hats off to Matt Bell and his level of course design, and congratulations to Matt for taking down the tournament and winning the Dirty Birdie tournament there in Stroud.
Yeah, I'd like to thank Richard Thornton and Gene Kuba for inviting me out, and the city of Stroud, the city manager, G was there, Matt's friend, and we had a great time. And so we appreciate you all watching the video. I'm going to put my phone number up here because if any of you all want me to come shoot you around Oklahoma City area, I want to do that and get you up here and let's see what you got. So take us home.
All right. Everybody, thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure and like this video, subscribe to the channel if you aren't already, and give us a comment if you've got any feedback or anything for us, any questions, comments, concerns. But we hope you guys enjoyed this tournament round, 18 holes, and we'll see you guys on the course.
Peace out.